Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. For this video I have two topics. One, the Ukrainians seem to want to evacuate its population from the Russian advance, but the population doesn't want to be evacuated. Why is that? Well, I have my little scenario. That's the first topic. And the second topic, the Ukrainians again. When I say Ukrainians, you have to understand is NATO, which you have to understand is the Americans, and then the little hyenas, the vassal states like UK, France, Germany, and others. These are the third tier countries. The first is United States, the second is none, and then the third are these guys, just to show you the distance between US and these guys. So they attacked again successfully with drone about what? 4 airfields with drones. One even in Volgograd, next to the Don, Volga River, in between there. I'm going to show you about 4 articles reporting the successful NATO attacks, Ukrainian attacks on the Russian airfields, claiming that they destroyed some jets over there. So let's start with the first article, where I will explain to you from how I see things why Ukrainians from Ukraine don't want to be moved out, evacuated from the city where the Russians are about to come and conquer it and then take them to the gulags, according to these guys who use the scare tactics. Here, CNN. This is from today, August 22nd, 2024. Parents hide children from mandatory evacuations. So they hide their children from the mandatory evacuation, not from the incoming Russian hordes. Got that? As Ukraine says Russia advancing fast on key city. I will show you the city. Parents are hiding their children from local authorities to avoid mandatory evacuation in the eastern city of Pokrovsk, amid warnings that Russian forces are advancing rapidly. Communities in and around Pokrovsk, eastern Ukraine, are being urged to flee. They don't want to flee. Their brothers are coming. Got the hint? It was not kind of a hint, it was a direct explanation. Or scenario. Within the next 2 weeks, as Russian forces push forward, which comes despite Ukraine's own incursion in Russian territory that has taken pop. Got that? So, why do you think that's so? For the same reason why the people in eastern Ukraine fight the Ukrainians from Kiev. They don't want to be with those guys. They want to be with the other ones, obviously. Why? Some of them are Russian. Some of them understand that even if they're Ukrainians, are possibly better off with the evil Russians than with the good NATO leaders. So let me show you where this Pokrovsk is, and I'm going to go to this little map. Here is Ukraine. This is the contact line between the Russians and the NATO, and you have here in Donetsk Oblast this little bulge right there, like a whatever you want to call it, and Pokrovsk is right in front of it in this area. So this is where they are saying, hey, you got to get out, and these guys don't want to get out. That's why when the Ukrainians say, the guys in charge of Ukraine, claim that they will liberate, let's say, the Crimean Peninsula, what do you think will happen with the guys in the Crimean Peninsula who voted, 90-some to join, 90-some% to join Russia? Do you think there will be any, like in the old Soviet times? Remember, Ukraine was in Soviet Union, all right? So when the commissars knock at your door with the black vans, and I'm not kidding, that's the way it was. Black vans, climb up, come out, the commissars of a certain stripe. You know their names, you can find them. So let's say the Commissar Solomon would show up and take you down and get you to the Ljubljanska, is that how they call? And then from there to the Gulag, or straight to the common dug holes outside of the city. Now the commissars, we know who they are because you have Solzhenitsyn, Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Go and check them out. They were also in charge in the Gulag system. Read the Gulag Archipelago, and not only. And you want to find out. Jordan Peterson should know that, but he avoids the anyway. All right, so this is the first topic. The Russians or the Ukrainians are waiting for these guys instead of the other guys. Remember the Second World War, when the Wehrmacht advanced eastward and they start liberating Ukraine from the Soviets, the commissars, that is, the guys, there are videos, some of them were waiting with flowers for the evil Wehrmacht. That's bad. But when the front switched and the commissars put the Wehrmacht back, those guys were by the commissars, by Solomon and, these guys. So let me show you now the attacks on the Russian airfields and their success by Ukraine, because Ukraine can operate without Western technology. Here, this is the first article. Comes from Reuters from today, August 22nd, Thursday, 2024. Ukraine conducts drone attack on Russian airbase in Volgograd region, source says. Now, just to show you where this Volgograd is, so we were here in Donetsk. This is where the war occurs, right? Volgograd is eastward, that you can't see it on this map. This is how far that is. And I have a map of the airfield hit. Actually, let's go back to this. And it's a picture of the smoke and nothing else. Ukraine conducted a drone attack on Russia's Marinovka military airfield in the southern Russian region of Volgograd, striking a storage site for fuel and glide bombs, a security source in Kiev said on Thursday. Okay, so let's see where that is. But let me just go to the next one, and then we're going to go to that one. This is a confirmation from the Ukrainska Pravda. Ukrainian Special Forces drones strike airfield in Russia's Volgograd Oblast, bomb and fuel warehouse damaged. Ukrainska Pravda source video. I'm not going to play video. It seems like that's some, I don't know if this is where it's at, but nevertheless. So, Marinovka airfield in Russia. It says here that Marinovka airfield is being actively used by Russian forces for bombing operations along the war zone in Ukraine. This happened on the night of 21 to 22 of August. Here is Marinovka, right here, the airbase. And you got some beautiful Sukhoi 34 right here, if I remember correctly, because they have those little wings to the side, and it's the two-seater. So this is the bombers. All right, so here is the airbase that was destroyed, or at least attacked. Now, where is that at? You have here the Don River, and you have in the east the Volga River. Here is Volgograd. Volgograd was Stalingrad. So here is where the Soviet Union, the Soviets, broke the front, and then they conquered, they pushed the Germans back. So here is the airfield, and I'm going to show you, if we go like this, this is the Caucasus here. This is where Georgia, Abkhazia, Azerbaijan, Armenia are located. This is Iran down here, Iraq, Turkey, Black Sea, and this is the Caspian Sea. So here is where the border with Ukraine is, right here. So they hit from somewhere down there in there. All right, so this is the first one. Now we're going to go to the next one. The new voice of Ukraine. This is 4 hours ago, on August 22nd. NASA satellites show multiple fires at Russian airbase following drone attack. So this is over there, that little mass of water, which is right here. So they show us this one. This is the picture of that mass of water. This is the airfield. This is the picture. They show us satellite images of the airbase taken on August 19 show nearly 30 military aircraft and 8 trucks stationed there. That's on the 19th. So Su-24MR reconnaissance planes of the 2nd Separate Reconnaissance Aviation Squadron of the 4th Air Force and Air Defense Command are stationed at the airfield, the Russian Telegram channel said. These guys, analysts, suggested that Sukhoi 34 fighters, what they tell you, the Sukhoi 34. When I said that these are Sukhoi 34s, that's why they are. And these are the bombers right here. There you go. There you go. This must be possibly a MiG-31, but interceptor. So here they show BBB, boo, look how many they show over here. Could also be based at the airfield. Explosions rang in overnight as the Marinovka military airfield was targeted by drones. Okay, we got this one. Next one, we go to Ukrainska Pravda. This is again from Thursday, 22nd August 2024. Ukraine spy chief names radio communication center, airport, singular, and air base in Russia as targets of recent drone attacks. All right, the Ukrainians launched about 50 drones in one night a few days ago, and now they say, yes, we did it. This is what we hit. At that time, they didn't report exactly what happened. Kilo Budanov, this is the guy, he says here, has revealed that the drones targets that struck facilities in Russia on the night of 20 to 21, that's yesterday, right? August, were a radio communication center, an airport, and an air base. Airport being a civilian one, I think, right? And we have here, Budanov said I have maps. Ukraine's defense intelligence struck a radio communication center, the Ostafyevo airport in Moscow, and the Milerovo air base in Rostov Oblast. So let's go to the first airport right here. Boom, this is next to Moscow, south of Moscow a little bit. So this is a civilian airport, mind you. I don't see military, maybe there are, but I don't see them. There are nowhere military airplanes. This is a civilian airport as it shows, and it is right there. This is Moscow right here. So it's south of Moscow. On the other map, you can see where Moscow is right here. So in this area, from here to there. So this is the first airport. This is airport, and then it says Milerovo Air Base in Rostov Oblast, which is right here. Let's see what these guys got here. Again, Sukhoi 34 with the little wings over there and the side by side. All right, so this is a military airfield. Looks a little bit different, don't you think? What do we have here? The same thing. These are bombers. All right, so let's see where this is located. All right, you have Luhansk here. So obviously this is the map as it used to be with Ukraine. You see this little thing over here? We're going to look by that one. We're going to go right here, and we're going to try to find that little thing. Is right here. See that little thing over there? This little, however we want to call it. Now that is this right here. So that's where it was. This guy hit the Liverovo, Navelovo, Milerovo airfield base. And we got this one, Ukrainska Pravda, that's another one. Ukraine's defense intelligence attacks Sevastleika airfield. Sources claim 3 Russian aircraft destroyed. August 21st, 2024. Where is that? You see there, Moscow. Moscow is right here. So again, it's east of Moscow. The other one was down here, the airport. Now we have this right here. So if you go, I can't go on that one, but let me see what they show me on this map. I have another map, so don't worry. So right here on this side. So if you look at this picture, went down here. Now if you go on this one, should be somewhere when my strong hand is this area. Or boom, here it is. Here is the airfield. Let's see what these guys have on it. Oops, those are MiGs. All right, so we got that covered. These seem to be MiGs to me. I'm not an expert, but I'm not an idiot. And here they have some helicopters as well. And what's that? Again, this could be a Sukhoi, but I'm not sure. And here another one. All right, so this is the base. Where is this located? East of Moscow. Moscow is right here. Gonna go like this, and here is Ukraine. So from Ukraine, these guys hit this far. So these were successful hits. Let's see what the article says. On August 16th, Ukraine's defense intelligence conducted a special operation in Russia's Nizhny Novgorod Oblast, attacking the Savasleika military airfield with loitering munition. According to the source, the attack destroyed a MiG-31 aircraft, either a K or an I modification, and 2 IL-76 cargo planes, and also damaged approximately 5 aircraft, most likely as MiG-31. According to satellite data, 11 MiG-31 K/I aircraft, IL-76 planes, and 5 Mi-8 and Mi-24 helicopters were present at the airfield during the attack. So, successful? Successful. It seems like these guys are, I have to say it, either they reported better than the Russians. When the Russians reported they struck an Ukrainian airfield somewhere in, what do they call it, Klosky, whatever that, let me, usually they claim that's the one that's going to, on Khmelnytsky, that is right here. When they say they attack Khmelnytsky, this is where the F-16 supposedly will be located, because the airfield here allows the F-16s to take off, and it's far away from here. Why? They need a longer airfield. They need to be, the airfield must be with a broom, you know, or everything out, because the princesses F-16 need a special treatment during the war. If the wind blows or it rains, they can't take off. They have to stay down. So when the Russians are reporting they hit airfields, they don't show you pictures. They don't show you how these guys are doing their little, you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. No, they just say this and that's it. I find the airfields, obviously, when the Russians report. But nevertheless, it seems like in the past 6 days, well, about 6 days, the Ukrainians hit about, what, 5 airfields? Is it Ukrainians, you know what I'm talking about. So that's a success. With drones. Now the drones do this damage, do that damage. If you use a few missiles, that would be a little bit different. Thank you as the Russians use. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.